Good morning, friends. It's me, Miss Lisa. I'm going to get our morning song started. I need you to find your sleeve and your feelings check-in chart while I do that. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Well, good morning, friends. I'm going to switch it up. How are we feeling today? How are my friends feeling? Tell me in Learning Genie how you're feeling. I'm feeling happy. For me today, it's Monday. And for some of my friends that will watch, it'll be a Thursday. What is our month? January. What's that day? Find the day. Check your weather. See what it is outside. And then the date. Find what day it is. Find what day it is, and circle it, and then try to write it. On the other side, you should have your name, your sign-in sheet. Some of my friends have first and last names, and some friends have just their first name. Work on that. Name writing is very, very important. Every day we gotta write our name. All right. And our story this week is Harold and the Purple Crayon. I wonder what this story is going to be about this week. And here's our vocabulary words. Forest and guard. Forest is a large area of land with many trees. Does anybody maybe live by a forest or live in the country where there's a lot of trees? And a guard. They're there to protect something. Those are our vocab words. All right, we're going to read our story. Harold and the Purple Crayon by Crockett Johnson. I think that's how you say his name. What does he do? If it's by this person, what does this person do? Tell me that. One evening, after thinking it over for some time, Harold decided to go for a walk in the moonlight. Oh, you can't see me. I'm in a different room today, so it's really hard to get my lighting right. I'm sorry. I'll share the book too so that you guys can read it or follow along at home too. There wasn't any moon, and Harold needed a moon for a walk in the moonlight. Well, that makes sense. You got to have a moon. And he needed something to walk on. Oh, that looks like he drew a moon and a line. Ooh, let's see. He made a long straight path so he wouldn't get lost. That makes sense because I would get lost if I didn't have a path. And he set off on his walk, taking his big purple crayon with him. So remember, our words are guard and forest. Wiggle your nose when you hear guard and forest. Purple, that's my favorite color. Does anybody else have purple as their favorite color? Let me know. But he didn't seem to be getting anywhere on the long straight path. So he left the path for a shortcut across a field, and the moon went with him. Interesting. You guys see what's going on? The shortcut led right to where Harold thought a forest, wiggle, 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 ought to be. He didn't want to get lost in the woods, so he made a very small forest, wiggle, 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 with just one tree in it. It turned out to be an apple tree. Ooh, we had apples for breakfast today. Did you have apples at home? The apples would be very tasty, Harold thought, when they got red. Oh, some apples are red, some are green. I have seen some apples yellow. They all are good. So he put a frightening dragon under the tree to guard the apples. It was terrifyingly frightening dragon. Ooh. Ooh. It even frightened Harold. He backed away, took a few steps back. His hand holding the purple crayon shook. He was shaking. Would you be scared of a dragon? I would be. Suddenly, he realized what was happening. But by then, Harold was over his head in the ocean. Ocean? He came up thinking fast. And in no time, he was climbing aboard a trim little boat. Oh, he drew a boat. This guy is creative with his purple crayon. Can you be creative at home? He quickly set sail, made a sailboat, and the moon sailed along with him. After he had sailed long enough, Harold made land without much trouble. He stepped ashore on the beach, wondering where he was. Oh, he's on a beach. The sandy beach reminded Harold of picnics, and the thought of picnics made him hungry. So he laid out a nice, simple picnic lunch. There was nothing but pie. Ooh, he likes pie. But there were all 9 kinds of pie that Harold liked best. He likes 9 different pies. Boy. When Harold finished his picnic, there was quite a lot left. He hated to see so much delicious pie go to waste. So Harold left a very hungry moose and a deserving porcupine to finish it up. And off he went, look for a hill to climb to see where he was. Harold knew that the higher up he went, the further he could see, so he decided to make the hill into a mountain. If he went high enough, he thought he could see the window of his bedroom. Ooh, maybe. He was tired and he thought he ought to be getting to bed. He hoped he could see his bedroom window from the top of that mountain. But as he looked down over the other side, he slipped. And there wasn't any other side of the mountain. He was falling in the air. Oh no, he didn't get the part of that mountain done. But luckily he kept his wits and his purple crayon. He made a balloon and he grabbed on to it. Oh, this guy is creative. And he made a basket under the balloon big enough to stand him. He had a fine view from the balloon, but he couldn't see his window. He couldn't even see a house. So he made a house with windows, and he landed the balloon on the grass in the front yard. Oh. None of the windows was his window. He tried to think where his window ought to be. He made some more windows. He made a big building full of windows. Oh my. He made lots of buildings full of windows. He made a whole city full of windows. That's a lot. But none of the windows was his window. He couldn't think where it could be. He decided to ask the policeman. The policeman pointed the way Harold was going anyway, but Harold thanked him. He drew a policeman too. And he walked along with the moon, wishing he was in his room and in his bed. Then suddenly Harold remembered He remembered where his bedroom window was when there was a moon. It was always right under the moon. And then Harold made his bed. He got in it and he drew up the covers. He's drawing up his blanket. The purple crayon dropped on the floor and Harold dropped off to sleep. So he drew his own room and windows, and he drew a window around the moon. He drew his bed. Could you do something like that? I think my friends could. I want you to show me if you can draw your own bedroom one time. So we're going to do 11 is our number this week is 11. And then we're talking about positional words. That means you have your toy. Say like I have my mouse and I'm hiding it. I hid it. So see if your child can say, where is the mouse? Is it under? Is it under? Is it behind? Is it beside? Or is it on top? Or is it in front? Those are positional words that we're working on at home and in the classroom. And then the question is, how many pies did Harold draw in the story? U is for the United States, and our letter is U. Does anybody have a map of the United States? Miss Lisa has a map, but I forgot it in my office. We have a map, and then maybe you could find Minnesota, and maybe you could look on the United States and see where you have been, because maybe you've traveled far. Have you been to Iowa, Wisconsin, South Dakota, North Dakota? Has anybody been to Canada? I have not been to Canada. It's so far away. And then there's an umbrella for you to color. I want you to color that. And then you can put it together because it's already put together. You could just color it and maybe cut it out and put it on a piece of colored paper at home and hang it up or show it or send it to school. And then I can see it. That'd be fun. I like to see when my friends do their work. And then there's also a snowman. Some more pages. It's called Snowman's Says Cards. I want you to cut these. You guys can cut these and put them together and make a snowman. And it says like, touch your hat, clap your mittens, touch your buttons, shake your arms, touch your scarf, like you'd have your scarf on, and touch your nose. Those are some fun things to work on. And that, I think that is all. So our letter is U and our number is 11. Please practice all that along with writing your name because that's very important that we do in class every day. And then to give me on Learning Genie the questions that I've asked throughout the video. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye, friends. See you later.